let's start. When I published my book 5 months ago, I would have never imagined the state of collective fear, anxiety, overwhelm, and stress that we're currently living under. Some people have lost family members to the virus, others have lost jobs, businesses. And we as parents now have to deal with the new normal, which is to take care of our kids 24/7 and trying to work from home. And it is a state of constant overwhelm and chronic stress. And believe me, I get you. I totally get you because I am a single mom of an 18-year-old severely autistic young adult. And I still have to work from home. I am trying to work on my business, working on my second book, and it's a state of constant overwhelm. And my name is Claudia Taboada. I am the author of the newly published memoir, Burnout to Unstoppable. And I am also a speaker, a women's empowerment and mental performance coach. And in my memoir, I talk about my transformational journey from going to an overwhelmed and stressed out and burnt out autism mom who had lost her identity to a mom who has become an unstoppable badass mom. And I achieved this transformation through self-care, mindset optimization tools, and stress reduction techniques that now help me to have the energy, the vitality, and the mental strength to continue to parent my son with grace and still go after my dreams with confidence. And I have created a proprietary process where I use 7 essential self-care habits, which enable me to be the best mom and the best person I can be. And I'm going to share with you the 7 self-care habits. But first, let's go to the definition of self-care. What is self-care? Self-care is any activity that we do intentionally in order to take care of our physical, our mental, and our emotional health. Now, it is my belief that having a bulletproof self-care routine, it is essential, especially in times like this of COVID-19, we're bombarded with anxiety and stress from everywhere. So we need to take care of ourselves in order to be the best versions of ourselves. Now, I believe that there are 6 elements in order to have a successful implementation of a self-care routine. And I use the acronym of CHI-FUN. So the elements are: C is for consistency. It needs to be, we have to do our self-care daily. There's no excuses. There's H for holistic. We have to touch on the physical, the mental, and the emotional wellness. Then there's the I for intentional. We need to be deliberate, and we have to schedule time for ourselves during the day. F is for flexible. If you don't have a lot of time, it's not important. As long as you do a little bit every single day, that's better than not doing anything at all. And then there's U for unique, because every self-care routine will be unique to your specific situation. And the most important one is the N. N for non-negotiable and no guilt, because there needs to be a mindset shift where we have to realize that self-care is not a luxury. Self-care is not an option. Self-care is a necessity, a non-negotiable necessity. So let's go now to the 7 self-care habits that I use on a daily basis. So first of all, let's start with number 1, which is to boost our health daily. And I have 3 pillars of health. We have to realize, first of all, we have to realize that taking care of our body and our health is the foundation of the pyramid. And if the pyramid is not, it's shaky, nothing will be stable, including our emotional and our mental health. So we really have to take care of the body. And there's 3 pillars. It is hydration, nutrition, and sleep. So first of all, to optimize our nutrition, I tell my clients to start their day with a glass of warm water with lemon. And this helps as a detoxifying agent, and also it helps in the digestion. Also for nutrition, it is imperative to have 3 nutritious meals a day plus 2 healthy snacks. And if you are on a rush, prepare your snacks in advance. Try not to have junk. Cut yourself some carrots, have some almonds with you, but prepare your snacks in advance. The other thing that I recommend my clients to do is on the weekends, if you have time, meal prep in advance. One of my favorite things to do on Sundays is to prepare myself a big soup, vegetable soups, where I put all my frozen vegetables, I mix it up, and then I make a soup for the week. And that makes for, sometimes when I don't have time, I just heat up, my soup, and that's it. It's my soup on the go. Now let's talk about hydration. Hydration is recommended that we drink between 7 and 8 glasses of water a day. And one of the things I recommend as well is to buy yourself a big sports bottle, 12-ounce bottle, and then you just pour your water there and bring your bottle with you all the time. And this will remind you to drink water regularly. Now for sleep is huge. And, the recommended number of hours of sleep is between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. And of course, like some of us, that's, unrealistic. I mean, I have an autistic son who has a lot of sleep problems, but I tell myself, at least if I have 6 hours of, good sleep and good quality sleep, then that's good enough. And what I recommend as well is to have some kind of routine, a calming routine to calm the nervous system. And for that, number one is to turn off screens at least an hour and a half before going to bed. Then if you can do something relaxing, such as stretching, yoga, read a book, do some journaling, take a bath, but really relax the nervous system so that you are primed to go to bed and have a good night's sleep. Now, habit number two is to move daily. Move your body daily. Exercise is key. It has been key for my transformational journey, and we need to move that body. There's multiple research that says that doing regular aerobic exercise is key to reducing stress and anxiety. So, for me, I try to exercise every single day, even if it's 10 minutes, but I do it. And some examples there are to go on a walk with your dog, to do an exercise video on YouTube, to dance with your kids to your favorite songs. But it's important to have that energy that comes from exercising. Now, number 3 is to calm the mind and try to live in the present moment via mindfulness or meditation. And what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is when you are immersed in in the senses, and you are in the present moment. So one of the examples I give is, when you go on a mindful walk, you can go on a mindful walk, and then you are immersed in your senses. You are immersed in your sights, the smells, your movement, and this brings you to the present moment. And research again has stated that being in the present moment is essential to reducing stress, because you're not thinking about the past and you're not thinking about future anxiety, issues or future. I remember in my case, I was always thinking about my son and what would happen to my son when I would pass away, because when my son is extremely it's on a very severe end of the spectrum, and he's not autonomous. So what's going to happen to my son when I die? And I eventually learned to live in the present, and that really helped me with my mental state. So that's mindfulness. Number 4 is to try to keep a strong and positive mindset. And I cannot stress that enough. Mindset is everything. And some of my strategies are, control your focus. Control your focus. Focus on what you have, which is gratitude. Focus on what matters, which are your priorities, and what are your future goals, and what you can control. Again, be in the present. Don't think about past. Don't think about future anxieties. Be in the present. So control your focus. Number 2, it's feed your mind with positive thoughts every single day. And one of the things that I do is I think about, I listen to motivational podcasts or TEDx talks, or, read books on personal development to try to be positive. Number 5 is to incorporate journaling into your daily routine. Journaling, again, has been an extremely important aspect of my development, of my transformational journey. And, research has shown that journaling helps you control your emotions. So I recommend journaling. Number 6 is to optimize your village. What is your village? Your family, your friends, your coworkers, people who are there for you, who are there to motivate you, to inspire you. And this times of COVID-19, it's very important to stay connected, whether it's via Zoom or FaceTime. You need to stay connected. And number 7, it's to develop a passion, something that lights your fire. And it is important for you to detach and distract from the daily grind. And whether it be a creative passion, which could be photography or painting, or it can be a physical activity passion like me. I'm a runner and I love running marathons, and it's my escape. So these are the 7 self-care habits. And just to finish, I want to talk about the issue of accountability, because, you can have a bulletproof self-care routine, but if you're not committed to stay with your self-care goals, then it's useless. So you need to stay accountable. And one of the ways is to announce your plans to everyone that you are on a new self-care journey. Try to, join a group or people who are in the same journey as you, so that you can you motivate and inspire each other. And the other idea is to schedule. You need to schedule time for you deliberately every single day, because as I said, self-care is essential and is not an option. And then the last thing is, do not be afraid to ask for help. If you're a mom who's feeling overwhelmed and burned out, ask your partner to take care of your kids while you go for a walk by yourself. So I have developed a PDF guide for you, which summarizes the 7 self-care habits. And you can go to my website, claudiataboada.com, and you can download this guide. And I am also going to give away an ebook copy of my memoir, Burnout to Unstoppable, because I think both things go together. And they will help you start on this self-care journey that, as I said, in these times of COVID-19, it is essential that we realize that self-care is it's key for us to maintain our health, our optimize our mindset, and reduce stress. So thank you so much for having me. And again, if you want that self-care guide, go to my website, claudiataboada.com, and you will get the PDF guide. You will also get a copy of Burnout to Unstoppable. And the last thing, if you are a mom who's feeling overwhelmed and burned out, I have also created a group, a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, which is called Unstoppable, how is it called? Burnout to Unstoppable Moms. So if you want to join, you're welcome. I'm going to be giving training there, daily training, and we're going to talk about the different facets of self-care. So thank you so much for having me.